gotten angry over some pretty big subjects recently, but I have to admit I spend a lot of my time getting really angry over what seem like really small subjects. It's how I deal with the horror of daily life. Just focus all my attention and my insane rage on something really inconsequential, and it makes me feel better. One thing that really drives me crazy is bad misuse of language, lazy misuse of language. When people use the wrong word or the wrong term, or use a word wrongly, it just drives me nuts. And I'll tell you one that is guaranteed to get to me every time. Decimate. People tend to use the word decimate when they mean wiped out or nearly wiped out. That is not what the word means, okay? For those who don't know, decimate refers to a loss of 1 in 10. Not 8 out of 10, not 3/4, not half, not even a third, 1 in 10. It dates back to Roman times when it was actually a punishment for a wayward group of soldiers. They would be arranged into groups of 10 and then they'd draw lots, and randomly one of the 10 would be selected for execution and the other 9 would have to kill them. That is decimation. Interestingly, these days George W. Bush seems to be intent on a similar tactic with the US Army, except he reduces their numbers just by making really bad military decisions and putting them in situations where they're facing undue danger. Another thing that drives me crazy about misusing decimation is people seem to think, no, that's the right meaning now because we've just said it wrong for so long it's become right. Life doesn't work that way, people. You keep doing the wrong thing over and over, it doesn't miraculously become right. It's still wrong, no matter who does it. It drives me crazy when someone like a newsreader does it, who's supposed to be the voice of authority. They'll say something like, "The tsunami decimated the coastal villages." I just want to grab and say, what, you mean like 1 in 10 houses were damaged by the tsunami? To which of course they reply, oh no, most of them, nearly all of them were. So, well, why didn't you use an appropriate word, like devastated? That's a good word. It's an accurate word. Use that. Don't say decimate. It also crosses my mind, how would this sort of misuse affect a Roman legion? I'm just imagining a group of 10 Roman soldiers marching through the countryside, as soldiers are wont to do. They're walking along and out of nowhere a sniper arrow goes, down he goes, dead as a doornail. And then another legionary, Brutus, looks down at his friend, let's call him Flavius, and goes, we've been decimated! Because 1 in 10 of them are now dead. And another legionary looks a little confused. We'll call him Cassius. I think it helps the story come alive when all the characters have names. Plus, I like to give the voices in my head individual names. It helps if I'm on a first name basis with them. So we've got Flavius dead, Brutus says they're decimated, and Cassius goes, are you sure? 1 guy dead and we're decimated? People always go on about decimated like it's way more serious than that. I used to lie awake at night having nightmares about us getting decimated. But that's all there is to it. Obviously it did not work out well for Flavius, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. We're decimated, but here we are, 9 out of 10, we're fine and dandy. And yes, I am quite sure Roman soldiers used words like dandy.